Hello, my name is Roberto Rochelle. I'm an early education professional, and today I'll be discussing teaching the arts to develop the whole child. So what do I mean exactly when I refer to the whole child? This is a reference to all the developmental needs of children across various areas. For today's discussion, we'll look at how teaching music, visual art, and kinesthetic activity supports the growth and development across these 5 areas. The first area to look at is physical development. In order to do nearly anything, children need to know how to control and understand their bodies, both their capabilities and their limitations. In music, musical instruments require fine motor skills to play them correctly. In visual art, students use their hands to craft something that they started as an idea, but became something in front of them. Lastly, sports and games are a great way to promote healthy muscles, lungs, heart, and metabolic processes as they learn how to use and perfect their gross motor skills. This includes running, ducking, skipping, and jumping. Next is how the arts support social and emotional development. Through music, children can connect to one another by singing together or recognizing a familiar song. Visually, as in this example, art creates an outlet to describe how they are feeling through the use of design and color. This can be a great coping tool or just a different way to express themselves when the words are not sufficient. And games and sports teach children about cooperation, teamwork, and give them a sense of community, especially when being part of a team. The arts greatly serve to teach and develop the sensory functions of the body. We all know the 5 senses: sight, smell, touch, taste, and hearing, but there are also 2 additional senses that are vital to our success in life. That is vestibular and proprioception. Both listening to and performing music trains the brain to make strong connections through pitch, notes, and finger placements. And speaking of finger placements, visual art can be especially enjoyable when your art tools are your very own digits. Students learn how to use color and how they blend and contrast with one another. Kinesthetic learning is not just for outdoor play, but also it includes activities like cooking, which exposes children to flavors and nutrition. All forms of art develop strong sensory skills that students will depend on for the rest of their lives. Cognitive development is the skills involved with judgment, problem solving, and abstract thinking. Reading music is a skill that teaches children how to translate information into meaning, much like language development, such as being bilingual, which has proven to express itself later with greater cognitive skills in adolescence and adulthood. In this beautiful picture, a student vividly translates the ideas of what is inside of their mind and emotions into a visual representation for others to connect with. Kinesthetic activities also serve as teaching tools for children to learn about patterns and repetition and adhering to the rules of a game. Another form of kinesthetic cognitive ability is translating an emotion into a movement in the form of dance. The last area of development is communication. The arts will allow children to learn how to be expressive, how to be receptive, and how to articulate their ideas. Music has been called the universal language because through it a person can express themselves in a different way than speech or writing. Visual art gives a platform for a student to tell others about what is going on in their lives, both internally and externally. Much information can be derived from even the simplest art, such as a child's emotions or who they may live with or who is important to them. And lastly, you see the young girl expressing her joy and happiness through the movement of her body. The arts in all their form give students the opportunity to tell their story, and every child deserves to know that their story is important. This was just a brief overview of how the arts are vital to the complete nurturing and development of all students, regardless of their gender, race, religion, socioeconomic class, or disability. More than the core curriculum, art contributes to our growth as humans. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Aristotle. Thank you.